All right, so let's continue. So we have here in front of us, which is the next topic in our in our timetable, which is performance measurement and metrics, which is the KPI, performance metrics, performance measurements rather, and metrics. Okay, let's go into the very first slide of the day. So everything we discuss from cost schedule to quality, I'll discuss, we'll connect back, to our duplex project example, which we have been using. All right. So, introduction to performance measurement. Performance measurement simply means checking how well our project is performing. Wait, I hope you can all hear me. Maybe even be sure I'm not talking to myself. Can we hear me? It seems nobody's even hearing me. I don't mean.
Yes, we are hearing you. I'm on the road, so I didn't want to unmute my mic.
So, introduction to performance measurement. A performance measurement is simply checking how well our project is performing. Are we on track? Are we behind? Or are we ahead? In the duplex project, that means asking questions like, are we building on schedule? Are we within the 80 million budget we planned? Is the quality of materials and workmanship meeting our standards? These checks are done using key performance indicators, the KPIs, which is our main measuring tool. Okay, is an essential tool in this process. So why performance measurement matters? Now, what does performance measurement? Why does it matter? Because it is how we know the health of our project. If the duplex foundation took 30 days instead of 14, you want to know why immediately. With measurement, you can make data-driven decisions, not guesses. You catch problems early, like budget overruns or delays. You maintain accountability. Both the team and contractors know performance is being monitored. So, and you ensure continuous improvement, using data to perform better next time. So if you don't measure, we're just hoping for success. Okay. So let's go next slide, which is understanding key performance indicators. KPIs are quantifiable measurements, and they tell us if we are hitting our project objectives. Think of them like your blood pressure or your heartbeat. Indicators that show the project's condition. For a duplex, some KPIs could be cost variance. Are we spending more or less than planned? Schedule variance, uh, activities like cooking and painting on time, quality metrics, are the materials meeting required standard. So each KPI provides an objective measure of progress and success. So let's go to some characteristics of effective KPI. So Good KPIs have 5 main traits. Number one, they are specific. For example, percentage of work completed in roofing is clearer than just saying roof progress. Number two, they are measurable. You must have a number. If we can't measure it, we can't manage it. Number three, it is achievable. The targets should be realistic. Number four, relevant. It might relate directly to project goals, or it must relate directly to project goals. So measuring number of emails sent isn't useful. You must always let it relate directly to the project goal. Number five is to be time bound. Always tie to the time frame, like weekly or monthly reporting. So instead of improved construction speed, a better KPI will be complete roofing in 10 days. Okay. So we have types of project KPIs as well. Number one, there are several KPI categories for projects, like for, let's say, our duplex. You have scheduled KPIs. Those are activities that are being completed on time. You have cost KPIs. You can say, are we within the 80 million budget? Are we within the 80 million budget for the duplex? We have quality KPIs. Is the work done meeting standards? Is there any cracks? Is there proper finishing? You have scope KPIs. Are we delivering the full bedroom duplex as designed without cutting corners? We also have resource KPIs. Are our engineers and suppliers performing efficiently? So each one helps to paint a full picture of project performance. Okay, so these are the types of project KPIs that we have. Next, let's go to schedule performance metrics. One key measure is schedule variance, which is SV. Now, it's the difference between what we plan to complete and what we actually complete. I've said before, there's some mathematics here. So the formula for schedule variance is end value minus planned value. End value minus planned value. So let's apply it. Suppose after 6 weeks, we plan to finish foundation and framing that is worth 20 million naira, but we only completed 50 million worth of work. That's the schedule variance of minus 5 million naira, meaning we are behind schedule. We also use schedule performance index, which is SPI. Schedule performance index. Now you may ask, what is schedule performance index? Now, it measures time efficiency, how efficiently you are performing compared to schedule. So SPI means schedule performance index. So for example, SPI will be EV divided by PV, end value divided by planned value. So for example, SPI, let's say the end value is 8 million, and then the planned value is 10 million. SPI will do EV minus PV, which will give us 0.8. Am I correct? for the mathematicians in our midst. So you are only working at an 80% schedule efficiency. So your project is 20% slower than planned. So that's what schedule performance index means. Okay. So in case that confuses you a little bit, I hope that explained it. So we also use schedule performance variance. Okay, I've explained that EV divided by PV. So if EV is 15 million and PV is 20 million, SPI, which is the schedule performance index, will be what? If you have a calculator, you can check. It will be 0.75. So anything below 1 means we are behind. Above means we are ahead. Okay, take note of that. Anything below 1 means we are behind. Anything above 1 means we are ahead. We also have cost performance metrics. Cost performance metrics. Now, let's check cost. Cost variance is EV minus AC. EV is end value. AC is actual cost. So cost performance index is EV divided by AC. Okay. Just like the way we did for schedule variance, where we calculated that. So the cost performance index measures cost efficiency. How much value are you getting at every 1 naira that I spend? Okay. So let's take note of that. Where did we stop? Yeah, cost performance metrics, which is CPI, is cost performance index. So I will say that if we plan to spend 20 million by week 6, but actually spend 25 million for work worth 15 million, PV, which is the cost variance, will be 50 million minus 25 million equals to what? 10 million overspending. Okay. So then the CPI will now be 50 million divided by 25 million. That is the CV minus the AC, which will be 0.6, which is very, very poor efficiency. So this tells us that we're spending 1.67 naira to get 1 naira worth of work. So you can see that is not sustainable at all. Okay. So next we have quality performance metrics. Let me move on the slide. Quality performance metrics. Quality is about meeting standards. Some common metrics include defect density, for example. If 8 tiles out of 200 installed are cracked, that is 8, 200, okay. That should be about 4% defect rate. So another one is customer satisfaction. The client inspects and rates finishing. We also have reward percentage. If 10% of total labor hours goes into redoing work, it means that your quality control is weak. So if our duplex project has frequent rework or electrical on electrical or on plumbing. That's the sign that we need to strengthen the supervision. So let's continue. We have scope performance metrics. So scope KPI ensures that we are delivering exactly what was agreed. If the design says 4-bedroom duplex with 5 bathrooms, but along the way we had a cinema room without client approval, that is scope creep. We also measure requirement stability index. How many design or features change occurred in this project? We also measure the change request rate, number of new requests per month. So if we get 10 new requests in 1 month, our change control process is extremely weak. So let's go to resource utilization metrics. Resources include labor, equipment, and materials. So for example, if one bricklayer is scheduled for 8 hours, but only works productively for 5, resource efficiency equals to 5 plus 8. Resource, I'll take that again, include labor, equipment, and materials. So if the bricklayers are scheduled to work for 8 hours, but only work for 5, it means that your resource efficiency is 5 divided by 8. 5 divided by 8, which will give us 62.5. That should be correct. Yeah. So we also track workload balance. If one supervisor is managing 10 workers, and after another only 2, the imbalance will definitely affect performances. So monitoring these metrics help prevent burnout and wasted capacity. Okay. So in our next slide, we talk about risk performance metrics. Now, risks are uncertainties. Some happen, some don't. So we track the risk occurrence rate. If 2 out of 10 identified risk materialize monthly, that is 20% of all risk. So there needs to be a mitigation effectiveness. If we had a risk of, say, cement shortage, did our backup supplier plan actually work? You also have residue risk impact. What remains after mitigation? Slight delay or minor cost increase. So good risk tracking helps us to stay prepared for problems before they escalate. Customer satisfaction metrics. So at the end of the day, the homeowner's satisfaction matters more. You can measure the client feedback, you can measure the net promoter score, you can measure number of complaints. You can, for instance, if the client is praising the finishing but complains about delay, our quality KPI is strong, but the schedule KPI needs work. Okay, so at the end of the day, the homeowner's satisfaction matters more. Now we move to tracking KPIs using dashboards. Dashboards make KPIs visual and easy to read. For our duplex, we can create an Excel or Power by dashboard that is showing green for tasks on schedule, yellow for those that are slightly delayed, red for tasks that are in trouble. This these dashboards these dashboards give project managers a quick view of what needs attention. These dashboards give a project manager a quick view of what needs attention. Okay, hope we understand what I just said. So next, it's like what would I put it now? A cockpit showing where to steer the plane. Slide 15, which is the next slide, is interpreting KPI results. So numbers mean nothing if we can't interpret them. If the SPI is 0.9, we are slightly behind schedule. But if CPI is 1.3, it means that our spending is efficiently. So maybe we just need more workers, not more money. Always look for patterns and relationships between metrics. In the duplex case, if material delivery delays causes time variance, the fix might be in procurement, not the site team.
Hello, sir. I don't know if it's my side. Can anybody hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. What is the issue?
Mr. Rumi, are you there?
We can hear you.
I'm here, but I'm on the road.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So I'm talking about interpreting KPI results. So numbers mean nothing if we can't interpret them. So, like I was saying in duplex case, if the material delivery delays causes time variance, the fix might be in the procurement, not the site team. Okay. Next, we have our reporting KPI performance. Now, reports turn measurements into communication. Reports turn measurements into communication. For example, in your weekly reports for the duplex, you can include charts for SPI and CPI, a table of defects, and a short summary explaining why the numbers explaining what the numbers mean. So avoid overwhelming your stakeholders like with raw data. They want key insights and what actions you are going to take. Okay, so keep it short and visual. In the next slide, we'll talk about KPI in agile projects. Now, I don't think we have addressed agile. I believe that will be done next, starting from next week. It's a very interesting part, which I think the best part for us to even learn. So, if Duplex were an agile style project, say a renovation done in short sprints, we would use agile KPIs like velocity, cycle time, burn down charts. The velocity is the number of completed deliverables per sprint. Painting 3 rooms per week, for example. Cycle time will be how long one room takes to finish. Burn down charts will be showing how much work remains. So this helps small iterative construction or IT projects track progress flexibly. Okay, so we're going into Agile, I believe, next week. That is, we will engage us more in these topics. Now, challenges in measuring performances. Now, there's of course challenges. Even with KPI, there are challenges. Sometimes teams choose irrelevant metrics, like counting number of meetings, for example. That is a completely irrelevant metric. So choosing counting number of all right. My apologies. I don't know. I the network just went off for a moment. So I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. Challenges in measuring performances. So, like I talked about, irrelevant metrics, counting number of meetings instead of progress made. Other times is that the data isn't accurate. Workers may underreport delays. So auditing measurements, auditing resist measurement because they fear it to be used for blame instead of improvement. So overcoming this requires transparency, it requires trust and consistent communication. Okay. So let's go to the next slide, which is best practices for KPI implementation. So always align your KPI with strategy. It's a way to make your KPI work effectively on any project. Measure what matters to the client. Use both leading and lagging indicators. Predictive like delay risk and historical like actual costs. Review KPIs regularly. You have to do that. You have to review KPI regularly. So as the duplex progresses from foundation to finishing, some metrics become less relevant. So you remove them. And always verify data before reporting. One wrong number can distort the entire picture. Okay, wrong number can distort the entire picture. Okay, so do you have any questions for me? I'm sorry the way I talking extremely fast. No, talking extremely slow rather. I've been talking all day. So you forgive me if I'm I'm not sounding the way I used to sound. I've been talking all day, so I'm extremely tired. And also there is another stuff by around after 7. So do you have any question, please? Do you have any questions?
Presently, I don't have any questions, but I'll be sincere. I was on the road for most of the lecture, so I couldn't really hear everything. But after I listened to the playback, if I have anything, I will send it to you.
All right, that's no problem. That's fine. So yes, any other person with questions? Okay. So I don't is the attendance in the is it where it's supposed to be? As the comment section, Bilikis.
Yes, the attendant is there already. Are you done?
Yes, I am done.
All right. The attendance is in the chat box for everyone to sign. Well done.
Yes. So
See you on Friday.
good night, everybody.
Good night, sir.
Good night, brother Isha.
Mr. Rume, good evening. Have you signed?
No, I'm trying to sign.
All right.
As usual, our network is doing its normal.
He's everywhere, even here,
Desperation.
sir. He has been bouncing me out since morning.
The network, it messed me up royally at work today. As in, message that was
I
supposed
think
to
it's
have been
everywhere.
delivered and responded to in like 10-15 minutes took over 2 hours.
The network is everywhere. The weather is not really clear.
Well,
Mrs.
the
Mama,
country not clear, I won't clear. think I'll just copy it and try and do it later because right now it's looking as if he's not even interested in opening.